This is Esperanza Diaz, and you're tuning in to CalifaRap.net.
Orale. On the MIC, taking you back down memory lane. You got the number one Sancho, MC Pancho, with the Harbor Area Sounds 20th anniversary. Check it out.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here with the one and only MC Pancho, aka Cadillac P, I guess. So Pancho, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and thank you. I'm honored for this.
Okay, no problem.
I'm honored, thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome. So let the people out there, who don't know what you have done over the years in the Chicano rap game know actually, what got you started with that Chicano rap stuff.
Well, 1988, it was the birth of, you could say, MC Pancho. I started a mixtape collection. It was a takeoff kind of like on the East Side Story, but it was, I named it the Harbor Area Sounds. So it's from which I'm from, the Harbor Area, and the whole purpose of those cassettes was to, there was a little girl that was handicapped, and what I did was I dedicated the first cassette to her. And the money I made, I gave it to her parents to start a fund for her. And out of, selling out of the trunk and out of a duffel bag back then, I think I made like maybe, a G in about a good month. In 1988, that was a lot of money. So I gave it to them and they started the account for her, an account. And she's still alive to this day, but she was the whole inspiration of the Harbor Area Sound. So after I did that, a lot of people asked me when was I going to come out with Volume 2, Volume 3. I didn't plan on doing it, but I ended up doing a total of 30 mixtapes. They all had covers for them. And you would hear my intro or my rap at the beginning of each cassette. That's how you knew it was an MC Pancho product. So I carried those on from 1988 to about 92, 93. CDs came in. I didn't want to take that, make that move. I didn't know how to, and I hung it up right there. So that was the end of MC Pancho in 1993.
Okay. That's already quite some history right there you have on your back when it comes to Chicano rap, and I know you are still putting stuff out here every now and then. For example, you did like a Teen Angels special issue. Let us know more about how that happened.
Well, in 2008, I was talking to doing a 25-year anniversary of those mixtapes that I just told you about. And like I said, I had been away from the game from 93 to 2008. So I really didn't want to do it. I didn't, but I had hooked up with Teen Angel at the time, and most of the artwork that I was contributing to their magazine was my artwork, from the covers to all the pages. And I'm sure Smiley Vaso would vouch to tell the story, the way it is. A lot of it was my artwork of the last maybe 20 issues, So one day Smiley, when we were talking, and he was telling me, you gotta do no one's ever done it before in the history of Teen Angel. But we want to do your own issue, MC Pancho Presents. So we talked about like, we'll do that, So back to now, 2008, it's my 20 year anniversary of my mixtapes, and I'm talking to doing a CD, comeback, which I really didn't want to do, and I ended up doing it, and Smiley heard about it and he's like, well, this would be perfect. We'll release your CD with the book. So when you buy the MC Pancho Teen Angel edition, you get the CD in it. So I'm like, okay, and we ended up doing it. The rest is history. I made my comeback. Japan heard about me. They sent for me. I got out there, and people that didn't know me thought I was just stepping into the game at a late age, at 38. But I had been around, I guess, since 1988, and I pretty much lived the dream. That's the tour and recognition, and I got to complete what I never finished, what I quit on, back in the 90s.
Before the ruse, turns the royal palms and I'll supply the booze. Or we could go where it's nice, quiet and dark. It's a place we call Doohickey Park. It's up to you, or shall I plan out this lovely date? Okay then, I'll pick you up around 8. Dinner for 2 at El Taco on 9th Street. She ordered the bean and cheese with all the shredded meat. I got 2 tacos to go, then it was off to the show. And afterwards, well, straight to the Tasman Sea we went. Money was meant tonight to be spent. Cause I'ma get mine and do the 69. And afterwards I threw her this line.
Baby, please don't ever leave me. Just stick with me, mama, put your hand in mine. We can be together tonight, baby, share to our very last time, our last meal, our last sip of wine.
Orale. On the MIC, you got the number one Sancho, MC Pancho. And I got a special dedication right here, going out to all my gente de Japan. This one's for you. Look out, Japan, cause here I come. Gyuvo.
Okay, I mean, since you already mentioned, your trips to Japan, and we already talked about it up front, the interview, I think you went 5 times. Is
Yes,
that
yes,
correct?
I did, yes.
Okay, then let us know more about, how was the life over there? Because I think the Japanese people are really into the Chicano lifestyle.
They appreciate the culture, and they've done their homework, and they really welcome it. The thing with me in Japan was more of a spiritual cleansing, you could say. I needed to go to Japan. I had just lost my mother. I was going through some hard times, and now I'm called on to tour Japan, which I figured was a one-time thing. I lived my dream. Okay, I did it. I'm done. No, they welcomed me back four more times after that. So a total of 5. I did the Super Show. I was the main act of the Super Show. I did quite a few tours from city to city. I was there. The one tour was a total of 28 days. That's a long time in Japan. And I lived the dream, and they really welcomed me. And I was able, like I said, it was a spiritual healing, because I was able to pretty much find myself, I guess I could say, start a new life, and it was a very spiritual cleansing in Japan, and I love the people out there, I love it. I had a wonderful time.
Okay, that's good. So let's start talk about the latest release you are actually featured on. MC Pancho presents Mr. D and Frank V, Chicano Rap Make Me Do It. How did you hook up with Mr. D and SNL Entertainment?
Well, I've retired so many times. I retired as soon as I could just come back with a new name. I changed the name, as you know, Cadillac D. When I bought my XLR Cadillac, all I roll are Cadillacs, So I had retired before, because the music I do, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not up to par. I'm 42 years old, and I don't, my style is old school sampling, and it's, it's a different style of rap. I think you have my CD, don't you? Yeah. So I was done. I was really pretty much done. I'm focusing on different doors that opened for me as far as acting. I tapped into a little bit of Hollywood, and I do acting as well. So one day, me and Mr. D go way back. Way back. I think we met back in the days of the Southgate car shows, when he was selling CDs out of a duffel bag, I remember, and I supported his cause, and we hit it off since then. We didn't hang out every weekend or see each other maybe once or twice a year, but there was always that respect, So we had fact, I'm gonna make it clear, I think Mr. G was one of the first ones that welcomed me back in the game when I made my comeback in 2008, and I won't forget that, and so anyways, he hit me up and asked me if I wanted to do something with the Chicano rap, made me do it, because that was my logo. I had it on shirts. I planned on doing something, but I just sat on it. And he called me up, and I was like, wow, I'm honored that you asked me to do it. I know I'm sitting on it. Just take it, do whatever you want to do with it. He's like, well, we want to write something with it, and I think I'm going to get Frank D on that project, and see how it goes. So I'm like, okay, go for it. They finished the product, and called me up and you want to hear it. Wow, I definitely got to be part of this. So he's like, we want you in. So he pulled me in, and little did I know it was going to be a whole CD compilation, and so I'm honored, like I said, very honored. It's a matter of time before me and D clicked up, because we both have the same values, and we've always rode in that same direction. And by pulling me in on that, I can say he brought me out of retirement. There was a few people that had brought me out of retirement the first time. Seven from Halifax, Juliet, and the rest of these teenagers in Japan, and now Mr. D was Southland. You know, he brought me out because I was really pretty much done with the Chicano rap game. You know, and now I'm back.
Okay, you know, the CD is not out that long so far, you know, but in our forum on the website, the Cadillac rap community, a couple of people, you know, that already heard the album, you know, they were like kind of disappointed, you know, that you actually not rapped on it. So what about really going back to rapping yourself?
You know, I'm sorry that they were disappointed about that, and I'm honored that they really wanted to hear me, you know, and I'm going to speak on that intro. D had me do that intro on the CD on the telephone, which I really didn't want to do. I'm hoping that me and D can do that intro over again, you know, when he presses another 1,000 or whatever, and I can do it in the studio the proper way. It's a hell of a CD, you know. We played it on the way to Arizona, and I remember asking him, what CD is that? Who's on that? It was CD. That's yours. That's the one that we're putting out. Like, wow, you know, it's a hell of a CD, and you know, I'm honored just to be on the cover and be on the intro. You know, thank you that your guys were. I mean, I don't know if I should be thank you that you're disappointed, but in a way, thank you that you're missing me from there. But I am part of this, and I'm pushing this project 113%. And I don't know. Who knows? I mean, if I retired a few times, but you know, now that I'm down with Southland and stuff, we might get something in the makings. You know, it's never too late, I guess.
I'm lost, I can't find myself. How could I help you when I can't help myself? From indulging in life's temptations, it's too late, can't turn the station. Cause I'm stuck in my evil ways. Evil days got me stuck in the evil days. Gripped on a 22 in a catch-22. Say I'm fucked, win or lose. Either way I gotta draw the weapon. Motherfuckers wanna keep testing. There ain't no resting on the wicked side. It's do or die, these streets are suicide. I'm fighting just to stay a step ahead. So many haters wanna see me shot and dead, and I'm not sure who's a friend or a foe. Either way, one day we all gotta go. I can't save you, I gotta save myself.
Earlier, you know, you said that you already also got into acting. You know, and even in Germany they have a show called Sons of Anarchy. And I heard that you've been featured in there. So let us know more about that whole acting thing you're doing now.
Well, I was very fortunate to get picked for a few parts due to my different look with my tattoos. So I'm in the little acting is always something I wanted to tap into. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's something, like I said, I've never done, but I've always wanted to, and I've been very fortunate to, in such little time, be featured in Southland, CSI, NCIS, Dexter, and Sons of Anarchy, which I play a Mayan. I'm one of the Mayans on there. And, you know, I'm really, like I said, I've been real fortunate, you know, to live and do the things that I never dreamed I'd be doing, you know, even at a late age. I'm a perfect example to show that it's never too late and dreams do come true. You know, if I was to die tomorrow, I could honestly say I've lived a life. You know, I've lived it. I've done music tours. You know, you'll see me on TV or big screen. And, you know, I've always wanted, I guess, as a kid, that recognition and that fame. And I got it, you know, so I'm very, you know, fortunate. And like I said, for you to be interviewing me and going worldwide and, you know, coming from Germany, I'm touching a whole different country, you know, that's beautiful, you know. So I want to personally thank you, you know, and Mr. D for making this happen.
But since you already mentioned it, you know, I mean, compared to when you first started, you know, that early, you know, and now, you know, like Chicano rap went big, you know, I mean, would you have ever thought that something like this was happening, you know, that people from Germany come here, from Japan, I mean, people from France came here, so...
No, back then, see, we didn't have internet. You know, so people wouldn't have heard of us or anything, and and we didn't have, you know, we did it pretty much for the love of music. You know, that was it. Like, I didn't even really call it Chicano rap back then. I don't know what I labeled it as. I mean, it wasn't your average rap because I rapped about the barrio, stuff I've seen every day in the neighborhood. So I wasn't trying to, my style wasn't trying to be like on a hip hop tip. You know, I rap in slang. You know, so you wouldn't understand it unless you were Chicano, or you know, you had to be a homie of the barrio, you know, to understand what I'm rapping about. You know, the lingo. I never dreamed that it would. That's the story. How I clicked up with Japan. I might have left something out there. I was real fortunate that a disc jockey from Japan had came out here in probably the late 80s, early 90s, and he bought my cassettes at a swap meet, and he took them back with him. And then I guess when this gentleman was sending for people by the name of Mr. K, when he started sending for these different rappers, he ran a make on me, and he happened to ask a disc jockey out there, do you have these cassettes? Are they available? Or do you know who this guy is? And the guy was like, yeah, I know who Pancho is. I bought these off of him years ago at a swap meet. Actually, he didn't buy them off of me. I don't know who he bought them from. And that's how the story came together. You know, wow, this guy's still alive. He's not in prison. You know, no, he's making a comeback. Wow, let's send for him. And that's how they got me out there.
Okay, that's good. So what are your plans for the future, like acting and music-wise?
Who knows? Really, like I said, I thought I was done. A few times I've retired many times, and I'm still here. You know, so I really don't even plan it, to tell you the truth. You know, like I said, I never thought, you know, Mr. D would be hitting me up and, you know, taking me to Arizona and we're going to Idaho next, you know, and as far as acting, I mean, I get a call every now and then. It keeps me in the game, you know, for a movie or something. So I want to keep going till the end, I guess you could say.
Okay, so as usual at the end of our interviews, is there anything else that you want to say?
Just thank you, and you know, like I said, the ones that have been following me, and like you said, the ones that didn't hit you up on your page, and you know, were a little disappointed that I didn't rap or anything. You know, wow, that goes to show that I have a lot of support out there. And I'm a very humble, modest guy. You know, like I said, I've lived it. You know, and I'm fortunate that what I've done. I just want to thank everybody that's followed me or supported me or hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or MySpace back in the days just to see what I'm doing or, you know, to support me. You know, I'm really grateful, you know. And like I said, I want to thank you as well. You know, it's a pleasure meeting you, and you know, welcome. Well, you've been here before, but, you know.
There ain't no friends, scandalous all around. The lights in the city, they shine so bright. But every night, it's a fight for your life. You had your moment, but it all came and went. It's easy to mess up in this game. It's a mean game, crow low down and dirty. As I handle my business, and I take you on a journey, on a mission, using only my intuition.
I'm from the city of Los Angeles, where motherfuckers act so scandalous. One wrong move would be your last day. That's how it goes in the city of LA. I'm from the city of Los Angeles, where motherfuckers act so scandalous. One wrong move would be your last day. That's how it goes in the city of LA. I'm from the city of Los Angeles, where motherfuckers act so scandalous. One wrong move would be your last day. That's how it goes in the city of LA. I'm from the city of Los Angeles, where motherfuckers act so